Hello. Today we're looking at expressions connected with our toes. Our toes. Dedos de pie. Dedos de pie. Our toes. When we do exercise in the morning, we touch our toes. So to touch your toes is to do this. Like this, touching your toes to do exercise. That's why I have a perfect body, because I touch my toes every morning 200 times. If you believe that, you believe anything. Okay, now the expressions. To make your toes curl. To make your toes curl. Do you know when you see something so that is to make your toes curl. When your toes go like this, you are very uncomfortable looking at something because you cannot believe to make your toes curl. Okay? Try to remember. You can't remember all of these expressions. Just try to remember one or two you think you can use. Okay? I don't use these every day, just sometimes. To tread on someone's toes. To tread on someone's toes. For instance, one of your friends is organizing a party. She's organizing a party and somebody says to you, hey, I know this great guitarist who can come and play at your party. And you say, well, you know, Patricia is organizing the party and I don't want to tread on her toes. No quiero pisar sus dedos. This means you don't want to do something that will annoy her. You don't want to tread on her toes because she's organizing it and you don't want to do something and interfere with her job. Does that make sense? I hope so. If it doesn't, send me a message. I'll try and make it clearer. Okay. To dip your toes in the water. That means to try something. To try something. So, for instance, you're learning English. One thing you can do to tip your toes in the water is if you go somewhere, like you're in an airport in the United States, or you go to England or the USA, to dip your toes in the water means to try to speak English. Go up to someone and say, hello, excuse me, where are the toilets? You know where the toilets are, but you just want to start a conversation. You just want to dip your toes in the water to try talking English, yeah? So you have control because you can take your toes out of the water, yeah? Good. To keep you on your toes, to keep you on your toes. CCTVs, you know, these cameras they put in all the offices, in all the factories, they are to keep you on your toes because the boss is looking at you, so he's keeping you alert. So if you sit and stop and have a cigarette and have a cup of coffee, he will see you. So he's keeping you on your toes by having CCTV. Also, you could keep someone on their toes by in the classroom. I could be talking like blah 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 blah, and they say, Alejandro, what is your mother's name? And Alejandro is, what? You keep the students on their toes by surprising different people with different questions. So everybody is staying alert. Everyone is on their toes, and there it is. To stay on your toes means to stay alert. You have to stay alert because that teacher could ask you your mother's name or where you live or how many sisters you have in any second. So you have to stay on your toes. You have to stay alert. To toe the line. To toe the line. This comes from the military. You know when everybody stands in a line and they all have to stand there going like this? Well, they have their toes all on the same line. So they are conforming. They are all doing what they have been told. So to toe the line is to do what everybody has been told to do, what everybody else is doing. So you toe the line. Metaphorically, you put your toes on the same line. You do the same thing that everybody is doing. And Finally, from top to toe. I need a makeover. Okay? I am a mess. Look at my terrible clothes, my terrible hair, horrible. Well, the face, we can't do much. I need a makeover from top to toe, from head to toe, from top to toe. That means everything, everything. I was covered from top to toe in dust, for instance. I would, oh my God, I was just covered from head to toe, from top to toe, from the top to the bottom. Okay, there you go. Expressions with toe. I hope you can remember some of them. Look at this again. Choose one or two. Remember, choose one. Oh, I'm going to remember that. I'm going to keep my students on their toes. So they will have to stay on their toes all the time in my classes. Excellent. Have a good day. Bye-bye.